Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mists. The troupe concluded their training. Tyler completed his malodourous combative lessons to become a Bladesinger. Dell started sketching out spells to help tidy up the town and discovered that her dd&d pokeball animals only live for a day. Shadow learned to be briefer in his prayers and started to feel Ezra's presence. And Shadam unlearned all his healthy coping mechanisms and learned to channel his anger into even more violence. Hazel read the letter from her dad that Shadam had forged, and now she and the squire don't trust Tyler. Will the troupe work through their division, and will their friendship outlast their mission? I doubt it.
Hello, friends, and welcome to this week's recording of Jesters of Ravenloft. Before I dive into anything, I'm going to have to hand it over to Tyler for subscriber-follower Bitswatch.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tyler Hewitt with subscriber-follower Bitwatch. We've got some thank yous to hand out. Top of the list, 5 gifted subs from Atomic Lad. Thank you very much.
Whoa!
Wow. 5 gifted subs from Mama Strange. Thank you. Holy moly. And hello to new follower Vlad Dragul69. Hey,
yeah.
Big fan of that over here. Hello and welcome. Enjoy the show. But thank you, Atomic Lad and Mama Strange, especially for the both of you for 5 gifted subs right off the top of the show.
So generous. What a way to start this off. The other thing we have to acknowledge is you have all received a bunch of channel points back, and that is because we had to refund the missed provides and start over, because during last night's stream, where Tom McGee was playing Baldur's Gate 3, it turned out that several players from this show were contributing channel points to make their time easier on this show.
Who would do that?
It was Dell and Tyler specifically. So we have had to refund that. Anybody who's got your channel points back, feel free to put those right back into the missed provides, except for you, Dell or Tyler. If they do that again, I'll make the punishment worse. We're getting used to
Puts it back in. Be like, what was that? What?
Yeah, just right now live.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to figure out something that's more friendly for all shows, because it's just been this show on the channel previously. The other thing I could say is it's exciting. One of the shirts came in for me for the merch store, and it looks awesome.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Aha.
That did come out quite nice.
Yeah, no, super comfy. The sizing's great. It all looks really sharp. And we did some updates on the store. So if you are located outside of the US, we now have providers in Canada, in Australia, and in the UK. So if you're checking the store out, the shipping will be significantly down in those areas, and it will be much easier for things to arrive much more quickly. Oh, man. There's still stuff happening in chat. It's a hype train. It's a hype train. Tyler, can you update us on hype train business?
Toot toot! It's a hype train, everyone. We've got 1,000 bits from Atomic Lad. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you.
Lad. And I'm seeing updates in the chat before they can make it. Into my feed. My assistant just all caps said, "Just read it." Topaz 1991, thank you very much for the gifted sub. And gosh, I think we're all caught up there. I'm trying to make sure, because a bunch of other things are coming through, but those are channel point redemptions for whatever anyone wants. Not mine, not my channel point.
Not mine.
Not mine nor Dell's.
Because we will restart this so fast.
And just also, if it shows that I made a redemption, that's my little brother using my account. He has my login. Yeah. But that's
okay.
I'm helping.
So, with clearing those table stakes out of the way at the beginning of this, it is time for me to try to recap what has happened in what is now 20 episodes of Jesters of Ravenloft that we have banked. So, our 4 heroes were the comedy troupe. Whoa, 100%. I don't know what any of this means. This is amazing.
We've hit the next level of the hype train.
Yay! Hype train friends. Hype train friends. Yay! All right. 4 comedians of Wet Change were performing at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. They were sucked out of the Fringe and thrown into. I gotta hide chat, or I'm gonna die trying to do this. This is how they mess with me every time. It's amazing. It's the best game in the world, but I lose it instantly. They were sucked into Ravenloft. They ended up outside a very happy village known as Happy Town. Inside it, everyone's happy, even though monsters attack every night and people die constantly. Our heroes who had showed up in fedoras, matching Speedos and vests, not even pants except for Dell, who was dressed like a regular human, journeyed into town, ended up hiding out with the Aarakocra Smoke Wing, where they armed themselves, battled squires, and then a Black Knight who was attacking that evening threatened to battle and kill them the following night. They met with the mayor, Werner Herzog, who had been sucked into Ravenloft before them through a botched spell from Ezra, God of the Mists, who also summoned these four thinking they were heroes, but it turned out that they were actually just improvisers and sketch comedians. They had to defeat 3 different villainous factions that were attacking the town each night, alternating between them. They collected the Black Knight's helm, but during the process, Guy Bradford died, and tragically was brought back with none of his memories as Shadow Rogue, a new character named by Adam and Shadow Rogue himself, with ghost hands and ghost feet and no memories. The Mists have been slowly giving him back his memories. Ezra borrowed him for a little bit and did a puppet show of his life that was probably 40% accurate and 60% completely wrong, which was determined eventually, which is why Shadow Rogue is fully enmeshed with the party and friends with all the friends once again. Adam was possessed by a symbiote that is convincing him to either eat brains or just waste people's time. It was kind of cool with either. Adam really leaned into the brains thing. So he can climb walls and has a collection of other spooky powers. Adam also claimed the squires of the Black Knight and sent them after the Spider Folk army, along with one squire who hung out with him, Dr. Deputy and a Truic Seraph. Our heroes went home to celebrate, thinking they could go after the Spider Folk the next day since the squires had softened them up, but were kidnapped by the villains and thrown into the Mountains of the Skinless. They were put into a cage, escaped, made their way through, along with the Mayor Werner Herzog, when they were ready to flee when Herzog got caught. They fought their way to rescue the mayor, at which point Adam used him like a human shield and he immediately died, chopped into 3 pieces, and Adam ate his brains.
Hero.
Adam's deputy also tried to help defeat the villain, then fell into a cauldron of boiling blood, and Adam ordered it to keep fighting instead of leaving, and it died. Adam then found another squire because the Watchers were very generous in choosing he should get a second one. At that point, Tyler, who had been speaking with the god Ezra through a laurel crown in the old romantic style, dipped it into the cauldron of blood, put it on, it merged with his skull, became long horns. He now has green skin, flowing black hair, and a pinky that he can remove to do spooky things with. They then they fought Adam and almost all died just trying to hurt Adam and failing. And then the party eventually just decided to go back to town quite unhappily. They had the final monsters to face down. So they'd collected 2 of the 3 items that were required by Ezra, the Black Knight's helm and the crown of horns of the Skinless. Then they went to face the lizard folk. Shadow Rogue was reabsorbed by Ezra, at which point the puppet show happened, and they battled forward with Kat Letwin, a friend and comedian who turned out to be real good at boats. So they made their way to the ziggurat of the lizard folk, fought their way upstairs, defeated the lizard mayor, and Dell collected the reality blade, which has also gifted and cursed her with the ability to speak to ghosts. It's a gift when they're helpful, and it's a curse when they're yelling. So our heroes returned back to town, where they were officially named the Chosen Ones and received 1 week to prepare themselves to go face the big villain, the Dark One, at the spookiest castle north of town. But they had a week to gain new skills, so each of them studied very specifically. Shadow Rogue studied and became a cleric of Ezra, finally achieving his religious goals and renaming himself New Rogue, because he was not a shadow anymore. Dell studied under the bards, specifically the world's greatest theoretical bard, Rupert Darlin, who, if he could draw magic using something magic, it would be very powerful. However, he's never been able to do that, but Dell can. She figured out he was a blowhard and then succeeded basically teaching herself most of the things she needed to know anyways, which I think may be a running theme in real Dell's life. Adam, who had fallen into darkness, began to swear himself over to evil, declared himself Shadow Nemesis. He ate someone inside the Mountains of the Skinless, then went back to town and told that person's daughter that they were still alive, were going to be back eventually, and adopted them as his own child, along with his evil squire. He renamed this girl Hazel, whose father was Peter Nutter, who Adam ate, renamed her to Shadow Jimmy while he was drunk and declared himself to be a bad, bad man. Went up. Then on his way back, he's now a father figure to Shadow Jimmy and the Squire. Tyler and New Rogue have all tried to convince Shadow Jimmy that her real dad was murdered by Adam, and they almost had done so when Shadam, in his most recent turn, forged a letter convincing not only Hazel, but convincing his new squire, the Omega Sergeant, and the lead wizard of the Wizarding Guild in town that Hazel's dad is just on a secret mission that no one can talk about, and they should really trust Shadam, and Tyler is evil. And they have fallen hook, line, and sinker for that. While Shadam trained as a barbarian, undoing consciously the very little therapizing he's ever done in his life to guarantee that he could summon his rage at a moment's notice. He has secretly decided that the real villain of this story is the god Ezra, but he has not told anyone else. His plan so far has consisted of gaining more power, then eventually convincing Del to help, and then Del will figure out the plan. It's a 3-step plan, which may be slightly complicated by the fact that he decided he's most jealous of Del and she's a major source of his newfound barbarian rage. We'll see how that all works out. Tyler was originally studying to be a wizard alongside Shadow Jimmy, who's taken up that identity now, and the great wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows, when, because of his name, he wasn't allowed to study with the regular wizard and he had to go deal with a crazy man who lived in a stinky alley who beat him up to teach him magic. So Tyler got beat up for a week and accidentally learned some magic that he now has, having graduated to become a Bladesinger. And that was pretty much it. Everybody got their classes. They've all achieved their first level. And tomorrow they have to go face the Dark One. Did I miss anything? Does anyone have any questions?
What was the Omega Sergeant's new full name again? Because it changed. I remember that.
Yeah, I'll be clear. I asked chat. One of the polls was, does he learn more useful things and does his name get shorter? And the universal answer was no, longer and dumber. So
Okay.
He is the Great Wizard Illusionist, Omega Sergeant of Shadows and Magic.
Illusionist. The Great Wizard Illusionist, Omega Sergeant
Of Shadows.
Omega
Oh my God.
Of shadows,
Shadows
and magic.
and magic. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I started this, so it's on me.
Yeah, you did.
I did. That's fine.
All right. Tyler, is there anything else from subscribers, follower, Bits Watch while I hit everything so I could try to remember months worth of content?
Yes, we've got some bits coming in from Shilzari. 1,000 bits coming in from Mama Strange.
Thank you.
And hello and welcome to new follower Xander. Please to enjoy.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Xander.
Other than that, we're all up to speed here.
Okay. I can see there have been some other redemptions, so I am making note of those, which is good. All right. I think I am ready. Is everybody else among the players ready?
Yep, I'm hiding chat. Goodbye,
ready.
chat. We'll see you
Right.
on the break.
Whew.
What an intro.
Ooh,
What a journey we've been on.
And now it's time for us to journey into Ravenloft. The heroes of Wet Change have completed their training, which is why I have sent each of you your new character sheets. And not only did you complete your training, you felt the mists affect your bodies as you attuned to these new skill sets. And I have allowed each of these wonderful companions and compatriots and player characters to be able to switch 2 of their stats to suit their new class. So they're not min-maxed in any way, shape, or form. But if there's one thing that they specifically needed to be able to do well, we've all heard how well they've done with their training. It's only right that it should be done that well. I will note the only person who changed absolutely nothing was Tyler. He was like, I'm Tyler, and that's the deal.
Yep.
Tomorrow, you have to face the Dark One. But tonight, you are all invited to see a traveling performance of the Vistani. It's a celebration of your training. Before tomorrow, you have the big climactic showdown. Paul Rudd has told you that the Vistani are a traveling troupe. They're known for performing in these areas. It's a bit of a show. It's a bit of a carnival. It's a little bit of everything. Is there anything you would want to specifically prepare to attend a performance?
Anything I'd like to do specifically? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
do you
know,
wanna-
freshen up? Maybe, you know.
I mean, freshen up is allowed. You could get a
Take a
specific
bath?
outfit. You've got some time if there was anything you wanted to wear.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sure we haven't changed our clothing this whole time we've been here. Let's go
correct.
out, paint the town red, dress to the nines. I know a guy that, is two guys, a lizards in a trench coat.
You know a guy who's on another guy, and they wear a long coat together?
I know a guy who's on a guy, and it's two guys, and they're in a trench coat, and they're not real guys, they're lizards.
I'm pretty
And
sure
they speak like
three.
robots. There's
Pretty sure there's three kobolds.
There was
I
three
wasn't
of them?
there, and I wouldn't actually know any of this. but
One
I'm
of
pretty
them
sure
was
there's three
below
of
the
them.
counter then.
Okay,
I can't see everything, Tyler.
got it. Okay,
All
okay.
right.
Well, that sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
They sell clothes.
I mean, they gave me like food and biscuits and donuts and stuff. So I assume, I think
Brad
they're-
breakfast was from them, from
That
you,
was-
but
that was-
Yeah, that
got it
was
from
yeah.
them.
Thank you, by the way. Yes,
Thank you.
I'm sure they have everything we need.
Well, why don't we go down there and do some shopping?
Shopping.
Everyone's favorite part of any adventure. So you make your way to Human Tinker and Shop. What are you hoping to purchase from these? As you enter into the store, you see the tall masked figure who's about 7.5 feet tall with a mask, a long trench coat body, gloves on the end where the fingers don't move, and it's tilting a little bit oddly and says, "Hello, hello, hello. How can we help you?"
Hello again, my friends. I brought more friends. We're going out. We're celebrating. We worked real hard, and we're wondering what you have in the form of attire that may possibly even celebrate our new classes.
Can you roll me a performance? Feels right for what you would have to be able to be able to source as opposed to perception. This is to find out what they have in the store.
Okay. I'll roll you a performance. Here goes. Okay. Well, that is an 11.
We have a selection of hats and some pretty gloves, also cravats or a tie. We're Tom the Human Tinker.
What's a
Okay.
cravat?
It's like a tie, but it's more knotted, and you tuck it into your shirt, especially if you have a vest.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
And they try to do jazz hands, but then one of the gloves falls off. They go, "Oh, fuck," and they just lean down, and then they fail their dex save, so the top kobold falls off, and then the whole thing just collapses, and there are
Oh.
3 kobolds.
Oh,
Be like,
no.
oops.
Oh, they remind me of you
You guys
guys.
okay?
Yeah, we're
I
okay.
can
Please
see
don't
that.
tell anyone. They all think we're human.
What?
Oh.
Wait,
You're all doing
why-
great. Good,
There-
Why
good
do you
work.
need to hide? There was that we met like bird people out there, little hobbity guys. All
There's
kinds
lizard
of
people
folks.
out there. There's literally lizard people, and you're
There
a
are
lizard.
there are literally lizard people out there.
Mhm.
What's with the secrecy? I mean, I won't tell anyone. I don't understand why you need to hide who you are.
We thought this was a human village. We don't go out much.
I think you'd be fine out there.
Yeah, but there's all different sorts of people out there.
Maybe we could make Tom the Human Tinker into a mascot of some kind. Make us popular. Make us sales. Tom the Human Tinker.
That doesn't really solve the problem of you, getting to know other people as yourselves, does it?
No. Do you want a hat?
Actually, yes. I would love some gloves as well to cover up these little guys here. I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm reborn. I'm pure. I'm a cleric. What is the color clerics wear? Do you know anything about that, Tinker?
White and gold are popular.
Well, those aren't my colors, but this is the era of the new rogue. So, okay, gold and white it is.
And they quickly slap down 2 gold gloves and a white wimple like you saw on Sister Quentin Abassi.
Okay.
Wait, what's a wimple?
It's like if you remember the Flying Nun, it swoops very far out and looks like a giant folded scroll resting on top of a head with pieces coming down and resting on your shoulders, kind of like a mosquito net, but made of cloth.
Okay. Well, this is fun. I'm gonna put these on, and look at me, guys. I'm like Sister Abassi. We're gonna have a great time.
Can
Now
you roll
guys
me
go.
an Arcana?
I will roll whatever you want me to roll. And that is a 6.
Your hands immediately melt through the gloves.
Ah, fuck!
Sorry, buddy.
I just want gloves, man.
There's
Okay,
got to be
well-
some kind of material that can withstand your magical hands or something like that. We maybe talk to a wizard or a blacksmith, I guess.
Okay.
It sounds like
okay.
things that would be in this town. I mean, I know wizards are here, but there's got to be something, right?
Tyler,
Guys, right? You three little guys?
Yeah, totally possible.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, Tyler, thank you so much. That's really good thinking on your part. Do you guys want anything though? Anybody want a cravat? Should we all do cravats? Make it a team thing?
Or do
Maybe.
you all want wimples?
No,
Tom, are you all Tom, or do you have individual names, or?
I'm Drukit, I'm Numphy, and I'm Peely Wally.
Peely Wally. And what was
Yep.
what was the middle guy's name? The middle feller?
Numpty. Sometimes it's Numphy, sometimes it's Numpty. I switch it up.
Okay.
I hear ya.
Drukit, Numpty, and Peely Wally. What is money for you? What could we pay you with? Because I don't know that we have it.
Yeah.
Guys, don't you remember the little medals we got? These things go really far with these little lizard guys.
We'll give anything to the chosen ones. The chosen ones are you.
And
Just
I
gonna
pull
give
out my
this stuff to us.
I pull out my medal.
Yeah, I pull out mine too and just kind of like dangle it in front of him.
Oh, you are the chosen one. What do you want? Chosen one.
Ooh. Do you have anything magical, like say, like something that can make me fly, maybe?
Can you roll me an Arcana?
Arcana.
If he gets a flying thing, I'm going to.
Come on, Arcana. Oh, well, that's a -1. So hold on to your socks, everybody. So 16 total.
We've got some boots with wings on them.
Okay. Do they make me fly?
They can flutter.
Meaning I can fly if I wear them?
In your heart, you can fly. People will watch you flutter.
So the wings just flap on the shoes.
That seems like an undersell of a pretty cool thing, but essentially, yes, you're right.
So I won't fly. I could just walk around and the wings would flap.
Very cute. Very cute. You'd make lots of friends.
Yeah. You don't have like a cloak or something that could make me like, you know, I don't know, get like magnetic powers or something, or maybe like flying swords or anything like that.
Can you roll me an
Magnetic
Arcana,
powers.
Adam?
Like Magneto. I want a Magneto cloak. Don't you think that would look really cool with my outfit?
I don't know who's Magneto.
Yes.
Oh, you're missing out.
Oh.
I don't know.
Adam, can you roll me an Arcana?
Arcana.
But before you roll, you feel the mists swirl up from beneath you.
This guy's about to get a goddamn Magneto cloak.
Chat, be careful.
They suffuse you and this moment with power. You can see the mists are also affecting the storeroom at the back of the shop. Can you roll me a d6?
Oh no.
Yeah, I guess if you fail, then something very bad will happen. Actually, it won't just be no, we don't have it. It'll be give me your money or something. Give me your wallet.
I become magnetic and just all the knives fly at me. I don't know. Whoopsies. You're
Monkey's
magnetic.
paw. Monkey's paw.
4.
That's good.
Or that is good. They go into the back and come out with a cape made of interwoven chain links. And they present it to you and say, "This is so magical. We found it yesterday. We didn't know who to give it to. It's for you."
I grab it and I put it on.
You're wearing a cape. You look great. We love you, and we love the cape.
Okay, what does it do? You said it was magic.
You wanted it to be like Magneto.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's a magnet man.
Yeah,
It
you're
can
not
attract-
far off.
It can attract metal.
Oh.
That's what it do. Just flick it out all cool like, and it can protect you.
Can I say, like, reverse the polarity and, like, you know, like the Earth has metal in it, right? So can I use the cape to reverse it and float?
Wouldn't that just make the cape fly off your shoulders and up into the sky?
Well,
And you'd
it's
never get it
tied
back?
on my neck, Tyler.
Wouldn't that choke you to death? Because with
wouldn't
the
you just-
force of it pulling you up into the atmosphere.
I would hold it away.
Adam, you are thinking about this moment and desperately hoping that this could work. And normally I would have you roll an Arcana, but the mists are still swirling around this cape.
Oh my god!
And
Gimme,
you roll
gimme,
me
gimme.
a D6.
Uh-oh. Well, I already got the thing. So if I fail, then it's going to like
Double
turn into,
down,
like,
Adam.
it's going to be like a razor blade
You
thing.
should have accepted the wimble.
It's like it's sliced in half. All right.
It's a magnetic wimble.
2.
Better here and now than when the fate of our lives
This is a
hang in
good
the
place for
balance.
this.
Yeah.
Adam, you reach down and flick the cape dramatically towards the ground, and it starts to rise. And it is starting to choke you. Can you roll me an athletics save?
Uh-oh. My athletics is athletics save. Oh, plus 2
Or I guess strength
athletics.
save. Yeah, whatever. Strength save or roll me an athletics. Either one.
Okay, all right. Well, okay. Oh, saving throw. Well, my strength saving throw is plus 4.
We'll just roll whatever's higher. I'm being generous.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll do the plus 4 one, please. Total of 16.
16. You take 1 point of damage.
Oh no!
You are still floating 5 feet off the ground, and it's choking you.
Oh no. Is it visibly choking him?
Oh, yeah. It's lifted him up off the ground, but he thought he could hold on, but it's just wrapped around his neck, and it's floating up over top of him.
And I'm like, I'm the master of magnetism.
Druick, Numpty, Peely Wally, help!
We don't know what to do. We only found it yesterday.
Oh, good God. How far up is he?
5 feet.
5 feet off the floor.
All right.
Oh, man.
That's all right. I'm going to try to put hands up and untie it.
Okay.
Can I stand on the roof?
Can you roll me an acrobatics? And I will say, Del, you wanted to untie it, so he's floated 5 feet up, so you would actually have to climb him. Do you want to try to do that?
My arms are. Oh, his whole body is 5 feet up.
Yeah.
So his
Well,
feet are 5 feet up the
Tyler,
floor.
lift me.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was. That's what I was going with. We're gonna do our own Drukit Numpty Peely Wally situation
Exactly.
here. Yeah.
I rolled an 18 total.
You rolled an 18 total.
Yeah.
You kick your legs, ready to do a cool backflip, and you flip part way up, and then your metal armor is attracted to your own cape, which is strangling you. You are stuck to your cape.
Am I choking still?
You are choking, but now in the reverse, in that your head is going down into the hole of the cape, and it's crushing your throat, but upside down.
Why do I
right.
just want things? Why is this?
Okay. Too many prime ministers. Get up. Get it. Come on. Let's get up here.
Back on Tyler's shoulders.
Okay,
All
and
right.
I'm gonna quickly put on these floaty little boots if I could, because that will give us a little bit of an extra.
The flutter
height
shoes.
advantage.
I think you're gonna melt them.
Too late, I put them on.
Okay. Can you roll me an Arcana? But before you do, the mists swirl up from beneath you as the watchers are drawn to this moment more than many others that they perhaps should have been. Can you roll me a D6?
Okay, I just rolled the. Oh, okay, 3.
You put on the boots, which melt. And when you see that happen, you go, oh no, and put your hands on your head and melt your own wimple.
Oh no!
Sister, oh Botsy.
Oh God!
I'm
Adam
sorry,
is
guys.
Strangling. Del, you've climbed onto Tyler's shoulders.
Yeah, I'm going to try to disengage the the cape from around his neck
The
somehow.
clasp somehow, or
Yeah. Untie
Can you
and
roll
clasp.
me a sleight of hand?
Yes. It's a 16.
16. You undo the clasp. Adam, you fall straight to the floor and take another point of damage as
God
you
Lord.
slam into the ground. The cape floats up until it sits against the ceiling of the shop 12 feet above you.
Shadam, are you okay?
Why? All I wanted was to be Magneto.
It's not easy being Magneto, buddy.
Clearly,
Yeah.
I bit off more than I could chew. Thank you, friends. Thank you for helping me.
Yeah,
Is your
no
neck
problem.
sore? Would you like a cravat?
I would like 2 Tylenols, please.
Okay, here we go. Open up.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, I flipped them right into his little mouth.
Great. You get 1 health point that's added back. You can't just take more Tylenol and make it more effective.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Drukit, Numpty, or Numphy, let's use the alternate. Peely Wally, how do we turn that off? How do we turn off this floaty cape thing? You just got it yesterday. Do you know how?
You have to flick it dramatically like he did
Right.
to turn it on.
Oh.
Do you guys have a broom or a mop?
Sure. And they just give you a broom.
Yeah,
All
well,
right,
Shadam.
I hand it up to Dell on my shoulders.
Can I scuttle up and just get it?
Yeah, holding his broom.
Yeah, you're watching them stacked on top of each other with the broom try to get it. And yes, Adam, you just walk up the wall and are there.
Okay. I want to roll it
right.
up, and until I can figure out how to harness the powers of magnetism, I'll put it in my bag of holding.
You achieve that.
Okay.
Right.
All
What do you
right.
call this? Like jerk cape? Like what? What's in my bag of holding?
Just call it the Magneto cape. That's what you asked for.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
There was a jerk.
Tyler and Dell, are there anything you want? The lizards are looking at you expectantly.
All right. Yeah, I turn to face them with Dell on my shoulders.
Whoa.
They immediately stack up and are practically, the same height, a little short.
Okay. Right.
Twins.
Yeah, we're
That's us.
twinsies.
Twins. I don't. What's good to wear for a Vistani show? Have you guys been to a Vistani show before? That's all I've heard so far is that they're traveling performers.
It's like the theater, so you want to be fancy, but you also want to be comfortable. Also, maybe binoculars.
Oh.
You have binoculars?
Yeah. And they just give you a pair of binoculars.
Thank you very much. I think for comfort, I'll stay in these clothes. Yeah, but I appreciate the binoculars.
You're welcome. And what about you, last chosen one?
Oh man. You don't have any other clothes besides these ones, huh?
No.
All right. I guess I'll take a hat.
Sorry. You take a hat? What kind of hat are you feeling?
So, I don't know. Give me a fancy feather hat. Something bardy. That's what I do now, apparently.
Can you roll me a performance?
All right. That is a 24.
Wow.
With that majestic roll, you receive a beautiful hat. It is Three Musketeers style meets pirate with a big swooping feather, all black, sleek, tremendously stylish, and it absolutely matches your outfit. No one has ever looked better in a hat than you do right now.
No, that works great. Thanks, you three.
You're welcome. Enjoy the show. We're going to close the store right after you leave so we can go too.
Okay, good. You should go and make some friends and be yourselves,
Okay.
But all my stuff melted, and then the door just shuts down.
Just shove us out. I also got screwed over. Hey.
And that is where you're left with 2 people looking slightly more put together and 2 people having learned a valuable lesson about the dangers of Ravenloft. We'll take an ad break right there.
God damn it. Oh, sorry, Ezra.
The 4 of you walk down the streets towards what sounds like a carnival. You can see flashing lights and flames in the distance, but for the first time, you don't hear any of the sounds of the oddly jovial combat that takes place in town. Instead, you're just hearing laughter, conversation, that magical chat that people have a few decibels too loud because they've clearly been drinking. And as you walk around a corner, you end up in a large outdoor amphitheater. You can see wooden seats and benches have been set up all over the place, and the whole town has turned out in front of a small stage in the distance, just raised up about 5 feet on a wooden platform that's clearly only been built in the last few hours. Behind it, you can see a number of caravans with horses that have drawn them into place. They've got beautiful signage and pictures. You don't speak the language that is written on any of them, but you can see that these appear to not just be carts for props and backdrops. As you can see, a simple one has been laid of a kingdom and a castle in the distance behind the stage, but also cooking ware, places for people to live. These are clearly homes as well as performance and travel venues. The whole town is here. Everybody is out. Everybody is very excited. Can all of you roll me perception checks?
20.
Nice.
11.
7.
6.
All right. Dell and Shadam, you're just walking forwards. You're seeing the crowd. You're just taking in this whole scene as it happens. Shadam, you're seeing a number of people look over and give you a thumbs up and be like, hey, the chosen one. People are just excited to see you. Tyler, you're taking in this moment and the crowd, and you can see everybody's here. You're seeing your trainer is hiding in an alley off to the side. You're seeing the other political figures, some of the trainers you've heard about from your friends. You can picture on your own, having heard tales of Francine the Frightful. You recognize Sister Quentin Abassi. You can spot Rupert Darlin from a distance. He's kind of hard to miss among all of the bards. New Rogue. As you follow the group forwards, you look around and you see a couple of things that stand out to you. You see 2 dwarven rogues give Tyler and Dell the finger and then disappear in a smoke bomb. You see Glow Silverseed, the halfling wizard who is the leader of the Wizard Guild, point at Tyler and make a couple of nasty hand gestures and then think he's got Tyler's eye and just draw a thumb across his throat as though he'll kill him. You also see the great wizard illusionist Omega Sergeant of Shadows and Magic off to the side with Shadow Jimmy, and they are both just staring hatefully at Tyler with hands on their weapons. And the great wizard illusionist is trying to summon sparks and failing, but next to him, Shadow Jimmy is just standing with a tiny little bit of fire flickering between her fingers.
Tyler, come here. Tyler, and then I grab him. Oh shit! Well, I already okay. I grab him.
Roll a d4.
Ow!
Oh fuck!
I love it. Every episode.
Every time.
Is it a
D4?
D4?
I greet him with my usual face touching.
Can you just pick me up by the scruff of my neck with your teeth like some sort of mother cat?
I'm sorry. It's a 3.
It's a 3. All right, Tyler, you take 3 points of damage.
It's a third of my health.
Tyler, somebody's trying to hurt you.
Ow!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck. Tyler, here, have a Tylenol. And I have these basically very quick. I quick draw my Tylenol.
Just
right
flick it out at me.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my eye.
I'm sorry. Here.
Stop it. You have my full attention. What?
Tyler, there's some seedy, unscrupulous folks here, and I think they want you dead, including Omega Sergeant, the great wizard illusionist Omega Sergeant of Shadows and Magic, Shadow Jimmy, and I saw like 2 dudes give you a little finger. I saw this little halfling feller. Like he put his thumb across his neck and did this thing, which I think means like
Don't do it. Don't touch your.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody loves it. Never mind.
Rogue, as you're trying to explain the danger to Tyler, you feel the mists wrap around you, and you feel a pop culture reference pop into your mind. That's the perfect way to describe this situation.
Right. Sure. Okay. So it's basically like you're Steve Urkel and you've gone into the house next door with, yeah.
Tell me more.
Got any cheese? And you go inside of the house with Laura, the police officer, Dad, Eddie, everybody, and they fucking hate you. And I just
it's like family matters.
Yeah, family does matter,
Yeah.
but it's very dangerous, and you're not wanted here. I think you best be on your guard. Something fishy's going on here, and I don't like it.
Well, I mean, I know the little guys who flipped me off. Were they dwarves?
They were dwarves.
I think those are the rogue leaders or whatever. Del and I pissed them off. We fucked up a magic trick, and they're pretty mad at us about it. Like they thought we were attacking them. So I get that. The other stuff doesn't make a lot of sense.
Omega Sergeant was doing sparks in his hand, and they were looking at you with death in their eyes. And I know all about death.
I can maybe even excuse that. He's just he likes bad things. Bad things are good to him, it seems like. So maybe that is him being nice. But the weird one is Shadow Jimmy. We were getting on fine. We were gonna swap magic recipes.
Clearly,
where'd you see them?
Right over there. And I point at the side.
Yep, you can see them. They you look over and they're about 30 feet away. Tyler, can you roll me a perception?
Yeah, look harder.
No, I refuse because I rolled a 7. I'm going to look worse, in fact.
You look over and Hazel, as you know her, is just looking at the stage totally harmlessly. However, you do see the great wizard illusionist Omega Sergeant of Shadows and Magic is looking at you with one hand, almost flicking fingers like a lighter that won't start. And then he looks back up and then he just gives you the finger.
I just take out my binoculars and look at them. A better look at these guys.
And he's nervous now and looks away and pretends he's just watching the stage and it didn't happen.
Is he like I've got the binoculars held to my face with one hand? Are they looking at me still to see if I'm looking at them?
No, they're looking away now.
No?
Hazel's just still watching the stage.
Hazel,
wizard illusionist is clearly ignoring you, pretending you didn't see him.
So if I wave, he can't really see me because he's very specifically not looking at me.
Yeah, he's very specifically not looking at you. He manages to maintain that even though he really wanted to wave back.
Yeah. Okay. Did you see there was someone else?
Yeah, he was
doing this, doing the thumb across the throat.
Yeah, exactly. Which looked not great. And I don't really know who that guy was.
Where is that guy? I got my binoculars.
And then I point, and he's just to the left by a few feet.
He was to the left, but there's no one standing there now.
Ooh. What was he dressed like that I could? Was there any specific clothing I could?
He was
remember?
in red wizard robes. He was a halfling. He was there. He seemed very focused. He had frizzy hair, just a little very tense, wired energy, almost shaking, vibrating with energy.
Okay, so all of that. He was in red wizard robing, take 2. He was in red wizard robe wear, and he was shaking with anger. And he was a halfling. Frizzy hair. Frizzy.
Glow? I met him once, last week, a week ago. He said I wasn't allowed to train with him.
Yeah, he wants to choke you out, yo. Something's bad. I don't like it. I'm gonna get some concessions.
Okay. New rogue leaves to get snacks. Tyler, you're left with this uncomfortable moment. Adam, or Shadam, as the case may be, you are making your way to the front, trying to find a seat when Paul Rudd pops up and says, "Hey, chosen one, come on over here. We got these special seats for you and your band." And you see that there are 4 comfortable plush chairs right in the front row, center stage.
Oh, wow. Why, thank you, Paul Rudd. Do I see my kids? I would look around for my kids to be like,
yep, you spot them. They're over on the left among the crowd.
Okay. So I'll go to Paul and be like, hate to do this there, Paul, but both my kids also need great chairs.
You
don't want children sitting on the ground in the dirt, do you, Paul Rudd?
Can you roll me an intimidation?
You think you can intimidate Paul Rudd?
Can I intimidate Paul Rudd?
That's unflappable.
That is a total of 22.
Oh shit! Never mind.
I'm so sorry. I'll solve this right away. I'm so sorry, Mr. Chosen One. And Paul Rudd, visibly sweating, starts sprinting off to find a chair for you.
Yeah, that's for Quantum Mania. Now give me a chair.
We'll take an ad break right there. Paul Rudd is sprinting off into the distance, panicked, determined to find chairs, as is his rightful punishment for Quantum Mania, according to Shadam. Meanwhile, Del, you've been moving forwards when Rumple Foreskin approaches you out of the crowd. Rumple Foreskin has a cool little flower crown and just flowers laid into a saddle on their back, and they just say, "Oh, how are you doing?
Oh my gosh, you look great.
And your hat is so dashing."
Oh, thank you. My man. I guess I'm over them. This feels very like a Ren fair. I'm kind of just taking it all in. It's nice to not, I mean, I kind of woke up figuring we would walk into death or something and I'd never see you again. So, I mean, a little show and hangout's nice.
Yeah, this is way better than that thing you were suggesting.
I hope that doesn't happen, but gotta be prepared.
Me too. Del, can you roll me, when you were trying to win over the bards against Rupert Darlin over the course of the day, because you get to spend the day doing that.
Yeah.
Do you think this would be a persuasion roll or a performance roll? Were you going around to try to convince them that Rupert sucked, or were you going around being more showy, trying to deal with groups rather than individuals?
Yeah, I think it's a group thing, because I think I was trying to convince them, you guys should all start your own band. You should all start your own band and work together. You guys would be great as a band. Trying to do my manager thing. Like, here, oh, you like that? Your friend is this person. Here, you will be friends.
Okay, then yeah, this is definitely a performance roll, and you will have advantage because Rupert Darlin sucks.
Yeah. It's a 19.
19.
Wow.
Let me see how his influence on the crowd could work. He tried to put up a political battle, but you were making some real headway with the crowds. You were winning people over all day. And Rumple says, "I think there's going to be some big political shifts among the bards tonight. It's pretty exciting. You won over so many of them."
Oh, good for them. I didn't want them suffering that way. It was weird. Tyranny of one strange guy. But I don't know.
Yeah, he really was strange. And Rumple looks over, and you both look over and see Rupert Darlin, who is sitting among all the bards, but with like a 4-foot space between him and anyone else. And he's holding up a glass, trying to get someone to fill it. And all the bards nearby are drinking, but no one is filling his glass.
Ooh,
Burn.
Wow.
that's painful.
That's rough. I don't know. It almost makes you feel bad for him. I mean, he's definitely a jerk, but I probably shouldn't intercede more. They got to figure out all their own shit.
I mean, I don't think you need to feel bad. He was terrible and emotionally manipulative. Even right now, him making you feel bad could be a manipulation.
That's true. That's just like catnip for me, though. Rumple Foreskin. I'm sorry. I am just overwhelmed right now.
I'm glad you corrected yourself. It's all good. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you feel really bad, you could always draw your invisible servant you told me about to get him a drink.
Yeah, I don't feel that bad.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So you all move forwards, and everyone, you see the chairs that have been set out for the chosen ones. You get to take your seats in this front row. Shadow Jimmy and the Great Wizard Illusionist, Omega Sergeant of Shadows and Magic. They both come down to sit as well. Paul Rudd hurries back. He has one chair that he sets down, and then he just gets down on his hands and knees and says, I'm so sorry. I don't have the chairs you needed, but hey, I can be a chair, and that's fun too.
Okay, and then my eyes burn red. It's like, then congratulations, Paul Rudd, for you are my chair. And I sit on him.
Great. So Adam is sitting on Paul Rudd, who is on his hands and knees as a chair. There are padded chairs for the rest of you and the Omega Sergeant and Shadow Jimmy.
I come walking down to the chairs. I say, Shadam, get off of Mayor Paul Rudd.
he agreed to be my chair because I gave my chair to my children because I love them. And I lean over and I pat my kids on the head.
Mayor Rudd, you all right down there? This is what you want?
Oh yeah, this is what I deserve.
No.
What you deserve?
No.
What are you talking about?
I made
That's not-
Quantumania, and the Chosen One made it clear that that was a crime. So I think this is a very reasonable punishment.
Adam, dude.
Shadam.
Guys, the show is about to start down in front.
You can have my seat. You can have my seat. I'll give you my seat. Adam, you can have mine.
Tyler, you're just a great guy. But this has to happen. I have to sit on Paul Rudd so he learns his lesson.
Shadam. Don't do that. Look, I can go sit with Rumple Foreskin. You guys sit in the chairs. Don't sit on Paul Rudd.
Please.
All right. My eyes burn red and I lift Paul Rudd up and I dust him off and I'm like, consider yourself lucky that the other members of Wet Change have shown mercy. But if you diss my kids ever again, you will know a pain like you have never felt in your life. And my eyes burn red and like they start smoking, and I start shaking my fists and I go goo.
Okay.
And normally I would have you roll an intimidation, but at this moment, the mists swirl up from around your feet and suffuse with your whole body to make this a tremendously important, menacing moment. Can you roll me a D6?
What?
Wow.
To what end? Okay.
Exactly.
Oh boy. Was he gonna like shank me? Does like Paul Rudd keep like tiny knives on him or something?
I don't even want to think about what either outcome is for this.
Yeah.
No one talks to Paul Rudd that way, and they just. That is a solid 1.
Paul Rudd is terrified of you and takes a step back. And that's when you realize, looking around, that you have been screaming at the mayor in front of the entire town and threatening Paul Rudd in front of all of the guilds. And it's the record scratch of the moment. There's no raucous sound. There's no celebration anymore. People are backing away a little bit. And you're starting to hear whispers of like, is he becoming the Black Knight? Is this the Black? What if they're not the Chosen One? What if they're evil? What if he's evil? What if he's evil? What do you do?
I jump on stage and go, and scene. Thank you, one and all. I just did that play with Paul Rudd to show you that I'm not the Black Knight and I'm actually a great guy. And that feeling you're feeling right now of like, oh, is he the Black Knight? Like, yeah, like feel it, right? But know that I'm not. So then your feeling should be reversed.
And at that point, I come back with like a bunch of meat on sticks. It's like, hey, everybody, I got you some food. Adam, since you've been so good and have not been going to the dark side lately, I figured I'd give you the biggest piece of meat on a stick I could find. Here you go, pal.
Oh, thank you, new rogue.
Oh, thank you, Shadam. It's really great to see you treating your kids so nicely, not resorting to evil. I really feel like you've turned a whole new leaf here, and it's just so great. Let's enjoy the show, everybody.
And New Rogue sits down, completely oblivious to the tension of the whole crowd. Shadam, you're standing there, and they clearly have not been fully convinced by what you have said. And that's when the mist swirls beside you, and you look down, and you just see a beautiful hat. What is the most beautiful hat you can imagine?
Oh, the most beautiful hat I can imagine. It's like a solid gold, like Abraham Lincoln top hat that that has like a bunch of ribbons around it that have nice things about me on it, and it smells like lavender.
That is the hat that you see. Written all over it. Shadam is the best. Shadam is the chosen one. We love Shadam. And the mist raises up a single fist that gives you a thumbs up before the mist flows away and leaves this hat as a gift for you.
I do that thing where like you hold the hat and you can kind of like spin it on your arm and like pop it on your head. And I take a bite out of the meat and I'm like, tastes good, like me. But I'm good. I don't taste good.
That is when you activate the magic that comes from within your hat. And a swarm of rats burst out of the hat, surrounding you, and then immediately attack you.
What? I scream.
Yep. What's your AC?
16.
The rats try to bite you, but can't get through your armor just yet. You're surrounded by a swarm of rats that are all biting you.
I take off my hat and I put it on Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is a significant distance from you. Are you running towards him? You climbed up on the stage.
Oh, right. Okay. Jesus Christ. All right. I guess I'll run towards Paul Rudd and I'll be like, you did this, Paul Rudd. And I want to put the hat on him.
I am beside Paul Rudd. And I'm like, go, Paul, go. And I'm just going to stand like, I don't know what is happening.
I'm chasing Paul. I'm going to
Shadam, can you roll me an athletics at disadvantage? And I will give Paul Rudd advantage to escape you.
Well, athletics, you said?
Yep.
Well, total of 10.
Paul Rudd is off like a flash. Ant-Man can run.
Damn.
So you are still surrounded by rats that attack you again. They're clinging to you. That's a nat 20.
Holy shit.
The rats have chewed through the joints in your armor and are now inside your suit. And you will take... holy shit, 6 damage from the rats.
Oh my God. This day is not my day. Okay.
Can you roll me a performance check with advantage?
Okay, all right. Advantage. Okay, performance. That is an 18 total.
18. While the rats are attacking you and you're standing in front of the crowd, you are killing right now. People are laughing their asses off. They are thinking this was a clown bit where you pretended to be scary and then showered yourself in rats, and it must all be an illusion because you're having so much fun. But blood is leaking down the dozens of rat bites that are taking place inside your armor, and you're realizing if you don't deal with these creatures quickly, there won't be a battle tomorrow. You're going to die to a hat of rats tonight. And that's the end of the first episode.
God damn.
No.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Midnight Creeping by Jonathan Shaw at jshaw.co.uk, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too.
Dum Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time:
Christopher Little, Sue 1, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn 1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Guy Edwards, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Nithrian, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Diovasis, Loki Burrito, Squishy Werewolf, Remy, Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.